What is going on, everybody? My name is Clutch Sometimes, bringing you your week one battle of the TPL, where we are taking on Andrew and the Digletts Down Under. We are bringing the team that we shot in the builder. If you just need a quick recap, we are bringing like mixed defenses, leftovers, kind of with 3 attacks: Roost, Cure, and Black, Life Orb, Lichen Rock, Dusk, 3 attacks with Will-O-Wisp. Pretty offensive Marowak in there to stop like Volt Switch, Momentum, etc. Defensive Gliscor, Spadef, Assault Vest, Blastoise, and Toxic Pivot Scizor. Looking on Andrew's side, the first 3 is the things I very much expected to see. Manectric, Tarak, Primarina. Primarina is very scary, very scary to this team. However, Fortune's not something I expected to see. I can see it though for Stealth Rocks, because Stealth Rocks are really kind of nice against me, like Kieran Black and Alola Marowak on this team. Channeler, I definitely saw it. I definitely could have seen coming. Very solid. Very solid bring against me. And Drapion I felt was a little weird, but the one thing I want to take note of in team preview for this is that there's no Zygarde. So that takes the pressure off Gliscor of checking both Terrakion and Zygarde in this team. So Terrakion is kind of just like Gliscor is there for Terrakion and only for Terrakion, which really eases this team up. Primarina, we have a really good switch into. We can get his only hazard options are Fortress. His only Stealth Rock options are Fortress and Terrakion. If you're running Rocks Terrakion, it's probably less of a threat to this team. Drapion, I'm not sure what Drapion can be in this matchup. Well, you'll find out. But at preview, it's really hard to say what Drapion does in this matchup. It could Pursuit Trap. I can see it as Pursuit Trapper potentially. I don't think its setup is very good against this kind of team, but I think as a Pursuit Trapper for Alolan Marowak, it can do a lot of work. From my point of view, Kieran Black looks fantastic. Looked like just as a breaker. Lichen Rock Dust can be a little bit expendable. It can do some stuff. It's great for Chandelure, but other than that, its speed tier doesn't match up well. If it's not Scarf Terrakion, which I don't think it would be, but at preview it kind of looks like it could be. If it's not Scarf, Joran can check it. Yeah, I know I have Gliscor as a good switch into that. Gliscor is a good switch in. I have Blastoise. Gliscor is my great switch into Terrakion. Blastoise might switch into Primarina. Alolan. I have great answers for his team, essentially. The great answers for his team have great offensive pressure. This looks really good for me. So without further ado, let's get right into the battle. Excuse me, I have to hit play. So Andrew's going to be challenging us here. And here he's going to lead off. I'm going to lead off with base Cure. I'm going to throw my Cure out and just turn one like a savage. And he's going to lead off with his Mega Manectric. So right now, I know I can just throw off an Earth Power because this team did not bring a Ground Resist. So my Cure Blocks can get the Terrible one off, and we're just going to throw off an Earth Power. We have nothing to lose by throwing off an Earth Power right now. If he wants to switch in Primarina, it'll be immediately in range of my Fusion Bolt. He has Fortress here, which, this is not necessarily a Ground Resist. So here comes the HP Fire from Kyurem. Not the HP Fire, the Earth Power, and it's not going to quite 2 a KO. But I do want to try and deny Full Switch Momentum, if he wants to try and get into Primarina here. So I'm going to go hard to my little Marowak. It also comes in before Stealth Rock damage, and I can just be a big threat right out of the gates. So going to my little Marowak, he's going to Volt Switch, and I'm just going to eat that up with my Lightning Rod. I love a Lightning Rod on the Marowak. It's just super cool. And he's going to get his leftovers recovery. I don't. And I'm just going to throw off a Shadow Bone here. His resist to Shadow Bone is going to be Drapion, but if it comes in, it's still going to take a big chunk from this Shadow Bone. So in comes the Drapion. I'm going to go for Shadow Bone, and I love his animation too. It's so cool. I love a little Marowak. Great design. It's going to do about 45%. So just for that damage, I know it's offensive. I'm going to try and switch here. He's not going to show the Pursuit, which is really useful for me. And I'm going to Cure Black here. I thought about going Gliscor, but Gliscor I don't want my Toxicor knocked off because it's super important in checking Terrakion. And it's going to knock me off, which is a good play on his end if he tries to get my Gliscor's Toxic Orb. It's not going to even get to a KO, so I can stay in and I can throw off attacks, or I can Roost. He's going to throw up a layer of Toxic Spikes, though. And Toxic Spikes are going to be really in front. I need to get Toxic Spikes off before I can bring Kyurem in again, because this really affects my ability to check Manectric, affects my ability to check Chandelure. But I do end up picking up the kill on Drapion here, so that's going to be one more. That's going to be number 1 for Kyurem on the season. But I do need to get Toxic Spikes off this field. So he sends in his Terrakion here. Big boy threat. And I'm going to go hard to my Gliscor. He's going to make a really, really good double into Manectric here. Manectric can threaten my Gliscor out with HP Ice just because of its speed. And with my spread, I do not take an HP Ice. So he's going to go into the Manectric here. I'm going to my Gliscor. I am going to pop my Toxicroak though. So now I can switch in freely on Terrakion. Just like not have to worry about my Toxicroak going to pop or whatever. I'm going to go right and do my low Marowak because he's going to take the poison damage, but I definitely want to deny Volt Switch on this team. I cannot let him get Primarina in for free. That's a 100% thing we don't want. So he's going to take his turn to Mega, which is really nice because Intimidate's going to be super useful against me. And he's going to get the Intimidate off, and he's going to, I think he believes he left for Volt Switch here. He goes for Eden Power Ice, try to catch my Gliscor. So he's going to be forced to Hard Switch here or take a Shadow Bone. So I just go for Shadow Bone here because he didn't bring his Ghost Resist is now gone. So even at -1, this is gonna hurt something. And he's gonna go into Fortress here, and I'm gonna do my best to try and deny rocks because no Stealth Rocks makes Kyurem Black so much better in this matchup. And I go for Shadow Bone. It's gonna do a little bit, about 30% to this Fortress. He can get the leftovers. I'm just gonna go for Fire Punch. There is no reason for me in this situation to make predictions on what he's gonna go into because he doesn't have a resist to the dual stab. So in comes the Fortress. I'm just going to throw off a Fire Punch here. He's going to go back into Mega Manectric. First off, he's going to give me Chip on this, which puts it in range of any attack Kyurem Black wants to go for. And also, I'm sitting here denying rocks with this and denying him Primarina, almost. Not necessarily denying him Primarina, but that's going to do 40 at -2, boys. Marowak is so strong, and I'm going to throw off a Wisp here. I felt like if he wanted to get it kind of aggressive and make the Terrakion play, I could punish that. But he doesn't make it a good play. He goes into Primarina. It's a pretty safe switch on -2 Marowak. So I'll get the burn damage off on Primarina. So Primarina comes out. I have my first sure switch in, and Blastoise. Blastoise also gives me a Rapid Spin, so I get this T-Spike off the field for Kyurem Black. So the second this comes in, I do get the Rapid Spin off. That was my thought process. So I get in Blastoise. I'm going to take the toxic damage, which is only 12% each turn with regular poison, so that's going to be handy. I can still take 2 Moonblasts for guaranteed with my Assault Vest. Throws out the Moonblast. It does nothing. Blast, and that's Specs damage, by the way. I think that's, if I remember correctly, that was Modest Choice Specs Primarina. And I'm just going to go for Rapid Spear. I could go for Mirror Coat, but I value no T-Spike over damage on Primarina, because with the burn damage racking up on it, man, if this was like last gen, this thing would be at like 60 already. So I'm going to go for Rapid Spin here, get this Toxic Spike away, which is so fantastic for Kyurem Black. And I'm going to live this Poison turn on 2 health. And Primarina's going to it's going to force Primarina to take another turn of burn damage, which puts it instantly in range of Kyurem Black. So he goes for the Moonblast. He's going to pick off my Blastoise, but Blastoise has done its job. Primarina no longer has any. Primarina's the threat to this Steep still, but it doesn't come in for free without being 2 KO'd. So my game plan from this point on is to deny Primarina coming in for free. I need to put myself in positions where it will be 2 KO on the way in, always. So Kyurem Black comes in. I'm going to just throw off a Fusion Bolt here. No reason for me to predict again. If he goes Fortress, I get to KO it afterwards with Earth Power. So I go for the Fusion Bolt, get to see a really cool animation Kyurem Black has. I love this. Kyurem Black's about to be so much fun, by the way. I go for the Fusion Bolt. It's going to do like 15%. Does nothing to Fortress. Like, good for him. I'm just going to throw off an Earth Power here. Claim my KO with Earth Power. And Kyurem Black, that's 2. So Kyurem Black picks up the kill here. Good stuff. And he's going to send out Terrakion. He's going to force me out with this, whether it be Scarf, Band, Setup. I feel like it might be Scarf the way he's playing it, because at this point, I feel like it might be Scarf, just the way he's playing it. So I'm going to send in my Gliscor, which is my designated check to this. I'm going to eat up this Stone Edge, which at this point I know is either Scarf or Setup, just for the damage. So I'm going to see this. He's going to switch out Terrakion. I'm going to throw an Earthquake off. Earthquake, again, he has no ground resist on this team. So I'm going to throw the Earthquake off. This guaranteed 2 KOs Primarina, especially with burn damage. So Earthquake from Gliscor coming in here, picking up the 2 KO. My EVs allow me to be faster. I know it is Specs from the damage off on Blastoise. So this allows me to stay in and click Earthquake one more time with my Gliscor. Gliscor is just so good. I love his little feet. I don't know. I don't know if any guys ever caught that, but like Gliscor has these little feet, and I think it's just fantastic. And moving on, we do get to get on Primarina, so one of his best breakers against my team is gone, and my Gliscor is still at full. And he can send his Mega Manectric here, and again, I need to deny momentum. I cannot afford to give him turns with Terrakion. That's my whole game plan right now. So essentially, if I deny turns to Terrakion, I win this game always. So I send him my little Marowak, trying to deny momentum. He's going to go for the HP Ice here. No reason for him to predict either. If I stuck in and try to call the Volt Switch, which I shouldn't ever, but him getting rid of Gliscor just opens up the door for Terrakion, so I understand that play for sure. And this is going to put me in range of any other attack he wants to go for, but at this point, Alola Marowak has done its job. It absolutely did a fantastic job. I changed it to that last second. It was a beautiful change. And I'm going to send my Kieran Black here. Again, he has 3 things now that are left to ground weak. He has a Manectric, he has a Terrakion, he has a Chandelure. So I'm clicking Earth Power. I'm clicking Earth Power here, but I'm going to roost up the damage here. I'm going to try and get myself out of range of Scarf, Chandelure, Shadow Ball, or Fire Blast. So I'm going to come up here, take my roost, and I'm going to... And now I know I'm out... With the Flamethrower damage, I'm out of range of Chandelure's Fire Blast if it's Scarf. So, comes in, gets the damage off, and I'm going to Earth Power here. Number 3 right there. And 3rd KO for Kieran Black in this game. Kibbles is putting in a ton of work for us right now. And he's going to send a Terrakion here. Again, I can't afford to stay in. Kieran Black is still very kind of important. And he's going to double out into Chandelure here, trying to call my Gliscor. A really good play on Andrew's part. Andrew made a bunch of good plays in this game. But Andrew made a bunch of good plays in this game. I'm going to get my Gliscor here. So he has a Chandelure right in front of me. I don't want to take any hit from it. So I'm going to double straight into my what's his name? My Lycanroc Dusk here. I can eat any hit from this. And I can threaten it out. I can threaten it with the Accelerock or the Drill Run. And I calc the damage. And my thought process here, I go for the Drill Run. And I said if he's Scarf, he can't take me out of the HP Ice. Or he switches into Terrakion here. So I go for the Drill Run here, pick off the Chandelure. Lycanroc Duskin of its first kill. And then he's going to send in... He has 1 Mon left on this team now. It's going to be the Terrakion. It is Terrakion against the world. I thought about staying in, but I'm going to try and preserve differential here by going Gliscor. And I'm about to see just how ridiculous of a Pokemon Gliscor is. So Gliscor with its little tiny feet floating in the air. It's going to take... Here comes the Z-move out of Terrakion. I felt like it might have been this, but it's hard to tell. Really hard to tell, but... So he's going to unload it on this Terrakion, like... On this Gliscor here. And here comes this Continental Crush Stab Big Boy Rock move onto my Gliscor. And it's going to do nothing. We're going to eat that up. It's going to do about 60%, but after the Poison Heal, it's like it did less than 50. And here comes the Stone Edge. I'm going to attempt to roost here. And Gliscor just eats up that Stone Edge. So we eat a Z Stone Edge into a Stone Edge with Gliscor. Like, absolutely ridiculous how amazing this Pokemon is. And right here, I'm just going to go for Earthquake. He wants to Swords Dance. He can't kill me with the let's see, crits, and then I have Bullet Punch in the back. So I Earthquake there, and I can't. Me Earthquake in here just puts him in checkmate position. If he does crit me with Stone Edge, I have Bullet Punch in the back and just get a slightly lower differential. So I get the Poison Heal up, and Gliscor is going to end up finishing off this game, finishing off the Terrakion. We're going to take week 1 of the TPL with a 4-0 victory over the Digletts Down Under. Great game to Andrew. Always a pleasure to play him. And here comes the Gliscor taking out the Terrakion here. So great match here. Great start to the league. Gliscor put in a ton of work. Kieran Black put in a ton of work. I'm really excited for this team and see where it goes forward. No Zygarde made this game a lot easier for sure, though. Absolutely fun game. So week 1 we get the week 1 win, and that is gonna be that's gonna be it for me, guys. I will catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys for week 2 coming on Saturday. So you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay classy.